This is a mukbang.
It's time to put the city on my back right now. Can't say I'm a stable girl, I'm back right now. I need everyone with me on max right now. Ain't no way in hell I'ma relax right now. Gotta make it bigger than it really is. I know there's some people who won't get to see it. I ain't never wanna inspire the kids, but I see they following me, so be it. It's time to put the city on my back right now. I say I'm a stable girl, I'm back right now. I need everyone with me on max right now. Ain't no way in hell I'ma relax right now.
Woo! Trying to tell you, I don't know what goes into this.
Come on, mama.
Trying to tell you, it's a lot. It's a whole lot of stuff behind the scenes.
It's a whole lot of sweating in this motherfucker.
Yeah. It's hot. It's hot.
I take off my t-shirt just to go to the bodega.
I take off my t-shirt. I ain't with that work shit.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I ain't with that work shit. Be setting up for this podcast.
I really wish that he could hear what we hear. We
Oh.
need a third.
Yeah. It is crispy.
Like we need
The audio's
we need a
nice.
third.
I'm sure it is, but
Like you ever
I just
cracked
gotta hear it
open
with
a
everyone
cold
else
beer?
when it's
I definitely need
posted.
like a third like headset.
Is there a jack for a third one?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
All four.
Oh wow, nice one guy.
If somebody had a pair of headphones, we could use it.
I'm pretty sure there may be some around here lying around.
Somewhere around here lying around.
Yeah. See, that's me trying to be.
I don't know why you trying to be this nigga that you not. That's not who you are.
Trying
Be
to
who you are.
enunciate and be proper.
You're not that guy, buddy.
I'm not
My
that
mama.
guy.
You're
I
not
just
that
need to
guy.
Let it go.
Just
Like,
be who the fuck you are. Like,
I fucked my words up real bad.
are you
when
from
I
Carrot
tried to-
City?
Am I? I am.
Yeah, I think you from.
It
Carrot
don't feel
City.
like it though.
You from Carrot City because you grew up. Well, your time in
It don't
Miami
feel
was
like
spent
it.
in Carrot City.
Mm-hmm.
My time in Miami was spent in Oklahoma.
Opalaka. Carrot City and
I'd be
everywhere,
forgetting
honestly.
you're the oldest.
Hmm?
I said I'd be forgetting you're the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd be like, why are you talking to him like you weren't around when he went? I was like,
Nigga, I wasn't there. I wasn't born.
Boy, we
He
bounced
really
around.
wasn't.
Like, we bounced around a lot. A lot. I remember the jitney.
Oh man, I caught the jitney when I was in middle school. I hated that hot ass shit. That bitch ain't had no air.
the what?
The jitney. It was
It
like
was
a,
it's like a van.
it's like a church van.
It's
It's
like a
Ah,
church van.
okay,
with bus
okay.
doors.
Yeah. And no AC.
That
Oh
sounds
my God.
fire. I'm not going to lie.
No, it don't.
No. The layout, not the actual thing. But a van with bus doors? That's fire.
It's still as small as a van.
Oh, okay. Nah.
It's a van.
You brushed up against somebody and
it's
you
30
take it
people on it.
Yeah.
It
And
should
ain't no
only-
AC.
It
So
should
when
only
you
hold
get
15.
off, you don't know if it's your sweat you smelling or the person you was rubbed up against.
I stink now.
It don't smell like me.
I didn't smell like this when I left. I smell different.
That's how I feel about outside.
There's a whole lot of jitneys up in Miami.
My
I
beard
take
all
my
right?
perfume just so I can get onto the jitney.
I put on my perfume just to get.
No, I used to hate that. I used to catch that shit in
Oh,
middle
man.
school when I was going to Thomas Jefferson. Because the bus would like run 20 minutes after I needed to, right? So I get on the jitney. Because I didn't want to walk. I was lazy. It's 135 to 151. It wasn't even that far.
It's not that far of a walk at all.
But it's like that's a 35 to 40 minute walk in
But
the
in that
morning.
heat,
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
you get dressed to look nice for school, and by the time
No,
you
because we was in uniform, so it was like I ain't really get dressed to look nice.
you wear
But
them you wear them blue Dickies,
had the blue dickies,
them navy blue
and
Dickies.
the light blue shirt, or you can wear the white one
That
or
was
the yellow
trash. You remember when everybody was wearing Dickies? Everybody looked like they just got out of the pen.
one. I love dickies. First
I
off,
hated that. Like
When
that
we
was
took them-
that
we
was a
took them
trend that I could
photos.
not wait. I know.
I had a
And I
blue
was the
Dickie on.
only one. All y'all had Dickies.
First off, I had
You
every
a blue,
color.
Bro, you had a blue Dickie on. Everybody
Sky
else
blue.
had the khaki color Dickies on. I was the only one who was dressed in normal clothes.
nah, Josh
Did-
had on the jersey, face hat on
Oh
the
yeah,
jersey.
he did have a blue jersey.
I was the only nigga with a full dickie. Like they ain't understand my dickie.
They
game.
did.
Were
have Dickies
y'all
on.
like,
Yeah, pants.
were y'all done the 2-piece Dickies or the 1 suits?
Niggas
At
ain't
this
really wearing
time-
one suits unless you was like
Working, right?
No.
No.
Niggas
They
who-
were the 2-piece.
Niggas wore
This
the
was
1-piece.
yeah.
in school. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's some dudes who used to come to school like that, but you could tell those the poor kids.
Did them one pieces have? Did them one pieces
those
have
were
a
the
zipper?
broke boys.
Did them one pieces have a zipper for you to be able to pee, or did you have to like?
Nah,
take it
you had
off
to
from
take the whole. It's like a jumpsuit.
That is annoying.
It is. It's like
Why are you
rompers.
asking me like I ever had one? I've never.
But you've been around. You've been around niggas.
I never seen them pee in it. I don't
It's
know what
it's
happens.
like.
But you
Once
know if you see if
once
it
you
has
close
like
the
a
stall, I don't know what goes on in there.
no, but you can see from how it's made.
Yeah,
close
it's
up, like
like,
if it's got a zipper on.
You know
it,
what's crazy?
yeah,
My
it
naive
just
mind, I
zip
never
from-
thought about it.
Like
Yeah, it's like rompers
I wanted a
on women.
onesie so bad, and I finally got one.
I
You
never
know, The
wanted
Nightmare Before Christmas, that movie. I got the Jack.
Jack Skellington.
Yeah, I got that onesie, and I love that onesie. It's so comfortable. I feel great in it. But every time I gotta go pee, it's a nightmare. I got to unzip that whole thing and
Y'all didn't even
shimmy it
catch
down
that.
all the way to my knees and make sure that the arm parts, because you got to put your arms out the shit too, unless you sit and cricket like. So
wore
you
some
shimmy
shit
all the
like
way
that.
down to your knees and you making sure that the rest of it don't touch the
wouldn't even
bathroom
want
floor.
that.
It's so uncomfortable. It's like I can't even take a shit in peace.
It's like bodysuits that don't click at the bottom.
That's-
like it. You gotta
That's
take the whole
dumb.
thing.
I think they should keep the same tactics that they had as baby clothes. Put them on big people clothes. I want to be able to snap loose.
Yeah.
Clap, clap.
That's
Back in the front.
They sell them at the sex store. The onesies.
You know
with
what
the
I hate is
butt
when you're
coming
trying to get intimate with a bitch and you got
Wait, before you go there, let's get started with
Wait,
this.
I was going to
Wait,
This
tell
may
me.
not be for the
Just
pod.
wait, hold on,
This is
hold on.
personal.
It's always personal.
But you ever had to slide your finger down that onesie just so you could play with it? I don't want to do that. I wish they had a button where I could just snap, and I'm in there. And I don't got to
What
put
part you sliding your finger down?
the bikini part.
So because it wraps right here,
You
and
gotta
it doesn't
slide
have
your
the
finger
button,
in the
he
bikini
has to
part.
slide it,
And then I
in.
got to somehow figure out how to maneuver my hand around because you got to go in like this. You can't go in like this. You're going to scratch a bitch. So you got to turn your hand around while
Your
you're
hand
in
the
there.
camera view.
Listen. Here's
Because
the
we got to
bikini,
see this.
right? You got to get into the bikini. And then you got to somehow turn it around, maneuver your knuckles under there without being too much. Because if you do too much, you can be like, ooh, stop. Bitch, my hand is here.
Do they ever complain about nails?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you got to be
nails
careful.
is really really a
do that
big
kind
thing.
of
So
stuff,
you got to understand,
obviously.
if you
can
got
cut
nails, you
them.
have to have clean nails. And you got to know what to do with your nails. Like,
I'm trying to tell you,
because it's dangerous.
right, the tissue inside super sensitive.
Is there a way that you can like?
A bitch be walking
Very
sore
easy
for
scratch.
3 days because you didn't know what you was doing. I done cut her insides up. This bitch looking like my mouth after Captain Crunch.
She got
torn
sandpaper
up.
in between her legs.
It's horrible.
Well, now that we got the personal shit
Foreshadow
out the
torn.
way. Hey!
We in this bitch. We back, y'all.
You clapping for that?
We back, y'all.
You clapping because we actually got it.
Listen, man, we got it. And
got
we in
it.
this bitch. And we back. This is the Pretty Not Sure Podcast. My name is
Episode
Todd.
136. We finally got it.
This is my name. This is my name.
You had to figure
It's
it out.
Todrick.
This is my name is Solo.
And we're here with our co-host.
Cardo.
There you
I
go.
appreciate
He
it.
said something.
Yeah.
Look, he was on time. He was still slow.
I told boy today, from now on, every time we do this podcast, I need you to wear that shirt. That's your uniform. And if you wear that shirt in public,
That shirt gonna smell like alcohol,
you know how you
cigarettes.
see somebody in public and be like, "Is that?" I don't know because they be looking a little different. Is that? I don't. But
When you
if
see the janitor outside
you
of
see-
school, like,
right.
nigga, you got shoes? I've only seen you in boots. Those ain't your keys. Where they at?
If you ever wear that in public, they be like, "That's that nigga for sure."
There was
always wear that
actually
shirt.
I worked an event and they just gave these out. I have like 5.
That's
I thought he'd been
shirts.
wearing the same
No,
one.
I have like
I
5.
wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Now, the reason why I didn't say anything, because I just let people think like I'm just washing the same shirt.
You
Because
knew that
most
cartoons-
people think it's weird if I have the same clothes. Like,
I like it for the podcast. I think it's very unique
them
to have your signature look that they can count on seeing you in
He don't know how dope
that
it is.
shirt.
like, so, okay. People understand the concept of uniform. So if you go to school and wear white collar, navy blue jeans and black or white shoes, they be like, that's okay. That's for school. But if I just did that on my own accord, they'll be like, why do you keep wearing this?
You know who else did that? Doug Funny.
Nah, nigga. Swave.
Yeah.
Top Notch Swave is a cartoon.
Yeah.
His closet is full of the same shit.
That's what I was referencing Doug Funny
42
for.
white pairs of Air
I don't know if
Forces.
y'all know about that
16 Top Notch Swave shirts. 52 pairs of Levi's. He even got
But
Levi's
he switch
shorts.
it up. It all say Top Notch Swave
Just
on it,
started
but it's
switching
different
it up.
colors or whatever.
I've known this nigga for years. He just started getting variety.
See, guess what you doing? Guess what you're doing? You taking my role.
No, I love my nigga, and
Yeah,
I like his. I like how he's
but no, what you
uniform.
doing?
You understand?
You took the reins.
You
from
be
me,
shitting on
and
my
you,
dog.
You started picking on him before he even
I ain't
got
picking
a
on my
chance.
nigga. You be shitting on.
You said Sway was the same thing. Day.
He do. It's not the same thing every day. He just bought the same shit.
In every color.
Yes, I'm like, bro. I know exactly
He
what
ain't
you.
never got-
Listen, I
Bro
call
can
him on a
get-
Tuesday
man, he
at 2
can
in the
get
morning
dressed in
and
the
say, "I know
dark.
what you wearing,"
He can get dressed in the
and
dark.
I'm right. You
And
understand?
he like, I ain't really got to think too hard on it. He's a moving. He's
my
a
shoes
moving
are white.
billboard.
My jeans are blue.
Bro, I think everybody should start. I think everybody should adapt that, honestly, because if we all just wore, instead of trying to pay people to be a moving billboard for people who probably don't even like us, like Tommy Hilfiger,
Nobody fuck with Tommy.
No, I'm just saying. For example, back in the day, they was buying his shit.
Oh, yeah,
Our
they
folks was
definitely was.
buying his shit till they found out he didn't care for us too much, right? But we sitting here, we're paying
Hey.
money for him to be rich, and we're a moving billboard.
I did not
What
know
if
that.
we were a moving billboard for ourselves? We were our own names.
That's
We
what
got our
Damien
own-
tried to do.
You see
right,
what I'm saying?
with Fubu?
I brought my dog shit.
Yeah, yeah.
All day.
That
It's a different color, too. You see
Swave,
that?
Swave is on to something.
I
He
hit
is
him with
on-
the brown.
He's on to something.
Yeah, nigga, Brandon.
He's on to something.
Brandon.
And I think that's a great idea. And you really don't have to think too hard on what you're going to put on today. Because whatever you put on, it's got your
but
name
he
on
be
it.
clean with it. You see the
Yeah.
sweatsuits, like he be clean. The
Shoes be
sweatsuits he
matching.
got, the nigga had his name
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
shoes one day. I was like, I ain't going nowhere with you. I'm good, bro.
What's your name?
Y'all have fun. I'm not walking in there. He gonna be first thing.
What's your name?
What happened? Cut off?
Something cut off. I
cut
think my headphones.
Your headphones cut off? Are we experiencing audio issues?
Testicle difficulties.
Testicles. 1, 2, 3.
Try it again.
I ain't
that
doing
ain't
that.
that ain't
Yo,
that.
yo, yo. Is that my mic?
I can hear you. I can hear you just
yeah,
fine.
then my mic is.
No, don't do that.
He just said
Sorry.
he can hear you just fine.
I can hear you just fine.
Let me sit him on top of the mic.
Or pop, 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 pop.
Can you hear yourself?
Yo, yo, yo.
Can you hear me?
No.
No, well then your headphones just go.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Seems like I'm the last one standing.
No, sir. This is because what we finna do. We finna fix this right now.
Do you need me to?
Let me see them.
In the meantime, I'll just sing.
It'll just be a cut.
Apple pie, oh my. How I love apple pie. Apple pie, oh my. How I love apple pie. I really don't. I really don't like pie at all. Like, only kind of pie I like
They just gave out.
is sweet potato pie.
The headphones just gave out.
Was it the tape part?
I don't know. These had a short.
You know, no, it didn't. It don't have a shortage. But I had the same problem with my laptop. My Mac had that same problem. I could not hear myself when I plugged them bad boys in. I had to do a whole lot of tweaking
We had to fight to get a meal.
every day. I can't hear it from that one. Is that? I can't hear now.
Oh,
It's that.
it was his port.
It's the port.
What about now?
Porter. Nope.
You can't hear nothing?
Nope.
Because I can hear.
Nope.
Ah. No one gets it but me. No, I ain't.
That's the port.
Yeah. Nah, it's just the port's just cut off.
Yeah, it's cool. So it's not the headphones then. Where your drink at, Carter?
I was enjoying the audio. It felt immersive. Like,
It's
went-
the immersion
I went back.
of the audio.
Whatever. Okay.
In the world.
Let me get my white ones. Sir.
I'm colorblind.
Let me get the headphones, man. Come on.
It's
Okay.
immersive.
All right.
Oh,
all right.
dang.
Can we get with the first topic first?
So, you guys don't know. We just made a cut. That's like a punch in, like what rappers do.
We gonna put a commercial in, Abby.
Yeah,
All right.
Go ahead. What you want to talk about? Wait, I didn't even ask you niggas how you feeling, man.
My back hurt. Oh, you know what I did today? I went to the Waterfall in Roswell. It was
I thought you was
amazing.
going to tell them about the camping.
I did it last night. You could tell them about the camping.
I don't want to talk about camping.
That's what we
I'm
did
in pain.
last night.
Okay.
I'm hurt. I went to the Waterfall
I'm
today. It
hurt.
was amazing. I got some great pictures. I'm going to post it on Instagram, probably maybe on the podcast Instagram as well. I'm going to post it on my personal Instagram and maybe on the podcast, just so you guys can see, you know, how I roll.
Where y'all went?
It's in Roswell. It's I really don't remember the name of the place, but it's really pretty, and it's kind of like, you know how you go on trails or whatever. Sure. I don't like going on trails or little nature walks and stuff, but this was like an obstacle course just to get to the actual waterfall. Like there is a trail, and then to get to the waterfall, there is a steep decline, and branches are taking the space of stairs. So branches coming out the earth are taking the space of
walking
stairs.
on
and
tree stairs?
branches and stones and rocks.
hell no.
And
Sound
you
like
got
RPG.
to
Ha
yeah. It's kind of like rock climbing downward
hell.
just to get down to where you are. And then when you get down to where you are, if you want to like put your feet in the water, there's a bunch of rocks just doing all of this, stones and rocks everywhere. It looks, and there's children playing everywhere. There's children playing, and it just looks like
Mass
a cesspool
hysteria.
for concussions.
I don't know what cesspool is. I only heard it in Blue Street, and I always think of sex.
It's a sex
Sex
pool.
pool.
Yes. As soon as he said sex,
CESSPOOL.
bro, I don't even know how to spell that word.
Right.
Cesspool.
I'm surprised you try. I would have never tried on air. Never.
I know I don't know how. Crazy thing is, I can spell really well.
I can't.
It's just I don't know a lot of words.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Like when it come to words,
Siri
bro,
can spell really well.
Hey, look, I can't. Some shit I can't even Google because I don't know how to Google it.
Right.
Y'all still
ever try to
haven't
spell
changed the voice
psychiatry?
of your series?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I can, but I don't fuck with Siri.
I don't
like
fuck
that.
with her at all. I hate Siri.
I don't use my watch. Is the only reason I use Siri now, and it's to talk to text.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. They forced me to do that because I was like, oh, this works.
Yeah.
This functions pretty well.
So yeah, that's what. God damn, I keep hitting that chord. So that's what happened with me. You know, I went to the waterfall. It was a river and it's a
Dope.
waterfall. It's a dam. It's a damn waterfall. It's a
goddamn
mammy.
waterfall.
It's a goddamn waterfall. It was great. It felt great. The water was chilly cold, and those rocks that I was telling you about, that's all everywhere. It's a cesspool for concussions. There's slippery moss, like slippery algae on it.
So don't sound fun.
This
Everywhere
whole
you
scenario
step,
Nothing he
sounds like
explains-
anxiety.
Yeah, nothing he said to me sounds fun.
you could slip at any moment and crack your head on one of them sharp edges of them rocks. Every rock has a sharp edge.
None of this sounds fun.
I'd
And
rather
it
be in the
is-
quiet place.
It is very dangerous. It is very exhilarating. But I did have a lot of. Once I got my bearings and my footings, I slipped a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. I went backwards a couple times, but I didn't hit my head. I got some great pictures, and I had a good time. And I'm kind of exhausted after that. My back hurts a little bit because, you know, I'm not young anymore. But that was my day, and so far. And I mean, I did other stuff in the morning, but I don't even want to talk about that. It was
Man.
just errands. But what about you? How was your day? What
You
what
know
have been
exactly
like?
how my day
you been?
is.
I haven't
We
really
went
been here.
camping, hood nigga camping, because we was in the backyard. But it was like the real experience of camping. We ate food outside. They made s'mores. Cool, nice vibe. Not gonna lie, like the projector that they had.
Did
we
you
watched the
post
movie.
anything?
I posted one clip because I don't really like niggas in my business. But
Set the scene for them. Paint the picture for them. They don't know. They don't know what they just thinking.
he made a
camping in the
spread of food. Right, he had Mexican corn. We had 2 bowls of nachos, whichever dip you like. They made homemade vegan pieces
Yeah,
with
yeah, it
small.
was good.
Delicious.
It really was good.
Delicious.
When you put vegan in front of anything, I don't want to touch it.
I
but
didn't, but I ate 3 of them. Yeah.
It was good.
All at once, right? 2 tents, projector. We got the Chromecast. We got the seats
The
outside, the
projector
bench
screen,
outside.
yeah.
Screen's nice. It's towards the forest, so you can't see. It's pitch black behind it, so all you see is the screen. Dope. Until it was time.
The fire too. Yeah.
Little bonfire. Really nice, bro.
We did s'mores.
Really, really nice. Until it was time to go to sleep. I'm too old for tents. My knees ache. I'm crawling into the tent and I'm feeling the hard ground, gravel, rock, grass.
You had
All as
all
I'm
the blankets,
laying.
though. You had all of the
The
blankets.
tent's on the incline, right? So the foundation of the tent's like this. So I go to bed like this and I wake up like this. You understand?
The only thing that's keeping him from falling out the tent was that it was closed. He looked like a bag full of water.
I'm too fat to be intense, bro. Like, it was just a lot. Like, the person I'm in the tent with, fine.
She's still at the top.
Struggling.
You done
hear me?
slid down to the bottom.
I get up to go pee. Worst decision ever. I sat in here for 30 minutes.
Contemplating going back out
relaxing,
there.
like,
I'm not going back out there.
I might just leave him to it.
She can stay out there.
I might just leave him to it, you know, because this feels more like it. I'm sitting on the couch like my knees don't hurt here.
I do couches, not tents. I like couches.
It was
I
fun,
sleep
though.
on couches.
It was
It nice.
I'm not gonna lie, it was fun.
Yeah, we watched a pretty good movie. I didn't expect to watch that movie, but it was
It was a good.
Yeah.
I need to do more things like that. I'm learning that I
Yeah.
do spend a lot of my time figuring out how to be busy, and I find a lot of my fun and my excitement in my work. So just taking time off to not work, at first it gives me anxiety because I'm like I could be doing something else. Like,
That's how I feel. Like I should be doing something.
yeah, but once you get
I'm
engulfed
a grown
into
ass
it,
man, and I'm just sitting around. I got something to do. There's always something to do, and I need to be doing something.
and I don't know where that feeling comes from. I don't know where that pressure comes from. Well, I do know, but I don't know why it still plagues me at 32.
It's because we're getting older. That's what it is. It's because you're getting older. You feel like you don't have the luxury of wasting time.
Yeah,
And
but
if you have extra time, you should be doing something productive
but
with
things
that
like
time.
things like having fun or just like
Yeah,
hanging out.
it's
with
not
family,
even second to none.
It's not
just-
wasting time. But in my mind, it's like
Even
I could be
family is
doing
an
something
obligation at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy spending time with my family. I enjoy seeing them. I enjoy hanging out with them. But that's an obligation. I have to make time for them. So making time for fun is the same obligation, but we don't normally see it as an obligation because we just don't do it. We put it off.
Well, how
right?
about you, Cardo?
How are you? Slouching over there.
The people want to know, man.
Is
The
slouching
people
over there.
want to know, man. How you doing, Cardo?
I'm all right.
Everybody.
I'm good.
Fuck you been up to, man? Because that was vague as shit.
Oh, like really? Ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah.
Wait. Ask me how I'm doing.
Hey, Solo, how you doing?
Give me the applause. Give me-
Oh, I got you. Solo, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm okay.
Here we go. Try this shit one more time. Hey, Cardo, man, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm good. It's like I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Moving on. You gonna tell us about your life? You gonna give the people some insight on what you do? How, like what you been up to?
Oh,
What's been on your mind?
So you know the metal part in the notebook.
All right, let's-
I'm kidding.
You know,
You don't want to get into these topics,
Storm blew my house away today.
donkey.
Eeyore.
You want to get into these topics, man? We got which one you want to touch on first?
Cardo, swing us in.
Um,
Put that nigga to work.
so
nigga.
the Olympics
I was
are
asking
over. From what I researched, the U.S. took away the most medals.
I was going to say, did we win? Because if not, I don't give a fuck.
Now, there are some things we did not get the gold in, but
Like?
I don't recall many events where we just got.
Do you know what
like,
events we didn't win?
Some dumbass foreign shit.
I do know rowing, the canoeing.
Niggas don't be canoeing.
These
people do that shit
women
for fun.
in canoeing were not human. Okay, I'm talking about.
I've seen a whole bunch of
football
women
muscle.
walking like ducks.
You talking about-
I don't know how you do that.
That's not
like,
the Olympics. That's just your neighborhood. What are you talking about?
But
Look, this is how
there
they
were categories that definitely stood out to me. They put skateboarding in the Olympics.
What?
And
Really?
these preteen children dominated. I think the top
Really?
3,
U.S.?
I think Japan got it.
I ain't surprised.
And I want to say the U.S. did take the bronze, and she was one of the youngest. She was 12, I think.
What?
I think her name
Look at us
is...
doing shit out here.
USA. USA.
Doing shit out here. I ain't
But
ready.
yeah, Japan was very close to taking all 3 of the podium. Very close. But I can't be upset because they got to represent. They at home. It's in Tokyo. They have I can't every time
Nobody
we
give a
win.
fuck.
Every time we win, I'm like, yeah, but if Japan win, I'm like, they had to show up.
guess-
You lose at home, bro. No one's gonna like you.
I think with all the people that was not in the Olympics, it really one thing. First off, I don't really watch Olympics, right? Basketball possibly, but after Sha'Carri and Simone, even though she came back, I was just uninterested. There was so many things going on with the Olympics this year that it literally made me not interested in it. It just felt like, oh, this really isn't for me.
I think that I used to watch the Olympics all the time because it was a family thing. We did that with our family.
Yeah.
And now that I'm grown,
Settings.
I don't watch the Olympics anymore.
It's fucking boring.
I mean, I don't really care.
I think
I like highlights. I like clips. I like memes, of course. I mean, who doesn't? But that's about it. Like, were you gonna educate us on some, you fun?
I don't think
facts?
you watched the Olympics neither.
You just wanted to talk about this and not really did no research about.
well,
the fun
no,
facts?
it was
I'm
more.
sorry, I
so,
didn't mean to put you on the spot right here.
Nah,
What I do.
it's cool. It was more so like I usually only watch certain categories in the Olympics, like the day of track and field and basketball. Like the main thing we would watch.
Yeah, that's what I
that
would
was
be paying
all
attention to.
one day. So out of them 2 weeks of the Olympics,
That would be
that
like
would
what
be
I'm
the
paying
one
attention to.
time we tune in.
What's your
and
time out for a minute? Make sure you put your timer on so you.
We have a timer right here.
But I want him to do it.
Oh, I just hit the whole mic.
I felt that. I want him
I'm
to do
putting
it.
a timer on.
Yeah, so you could pay attention to the time of how long we're talking about.
We trying to be structured,
trying
y'all.
to be more structured. You see what I'm saying?
And you see how we feel in that?
Bruh, we had talked about this before we even got on camera.
Yeah, I ain't speak to you today.
Yes, we did.
I talked to you.
You was sitting over there. He was sitting next to me, and we talked about this.
You said
we
stuff?
all was on one accord.
Who?
God damn it!
When the
the
fuck
timer.
that happened?
Anyway,
But-
but put the timer on. So
You got the timer
we
on.
we remember, right?
timer timing.
He remember, right? He remembered. That's all I'm wanting to know.
It's just more
I was
so
gonna ask you though.
shedding light on things you wouldn't typically watch from event. Like when I watch the
Bobsledding.
All-Star Weekend, like it's not that I'm not interested in basketball. It's just I always feel like for the past few years, the person I want to win the dunk contest usually gets slumped. Like
What's your favorite category in the Olympics?
Nigga, the basketball ain't running.
yeah, track and field. But
really wasn't
track and
asking you.
field definitely covers a wide range. But there were certain things that were interesting. So let's say like the horseback riding. This dude was 600 in the world. He rode so smoothly, he shot up to number 1. 599
I
places
just kind of
skipped.
feel like when
You
it
know
comes
who
to
he
horseback
is?
riding, it ain't the dude. The horses
It's
are doing
right.
all
They-
the work.
Yeah, but he has to
You know what?
do impeccable
When they-
timing.
like,
Like,
on
the
all those
athleticism
other-
comes from the horse, but the mind comes from the rider. Like if he tells the horse to jump at the wrong time, the horse hits the rail and he loses. Like the horse can only do so much. Like I can jump how high you tell me, but you still got to tell me when to jump.
My thing is
So
still,
it's still
why don't
hard.
why doesn't
And you have to
why
do
doesn't
this
the
in under
horse
a
get a
minute.
trophy too?
They do get medals.
No, they don't.
Kevin Hart said that shit. He was like,
Niggas
why they
get
don't get a
trophy.
horse a trophy?
Kevin Hart said that.
So yeah, he was like,
For
why?
real?
So he can go around his other horse friends like, hit me.
It's the truth.
I died.
It's the truth.
Him and Snoop Dogg was doing commentating, or they were commentating, right? Bro, I'm talking about I died.
Oh yeah, I remember that because he was
It's the
like the
truth,
horse
right?
crib
Hey,
walking.
the horse crib walking,
Set.
on the set, cuz.
On the set.
But really, like, you just sitting there taking it. I mean, I guess.
And they getting whipped.
I guess. I don't.
Wah, wah. Run
I don't
faster.
ride horses,
Bitch,
so I
this
don't
is
know the-
horsepower. I can't get no faster
I
than
don't-
this. Wah, wah, wah. You know, I used to ride horses, right?
Think that how you broke your back?
Yeah.
Riding shit.
Riding
Your
horses.
gay ass.
Just jumping off and flipping and shit. Yeah, I used to ride horses.
And you ain't
for a
learned your
dinner
lesson
show
since,
called
huh?
Arabian Nights, and we used to do trick
He
riding.
ain't learning lessons since.
Standing on a horse while they running, jumping off and doing backflips, all kind of stuff. We used to do a lot. I
That
used
shit's
to do
crazy
it,
because I
yeah.
never picture you doing backflips.
You know why she gave me the job though? Because I had long hair and I could pass for Middle Eastern. So
Oh,
that's
Mexican.
what she said. That's what she said.
I mean, it
I
is
said, I
true.
don't know how to ride no horse. She said, I teach you. And
That's
she
crazy.
taught me. And before
Well-
you knew it, I was standing and riding on horses and stuff.
Well, listen, man. Rihanna became a millionaire today. I'm sorry,
Billion.
a billionaire today. I need to correct myself. Yes, I apologize.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I guess it is amazing, but it's like, where's the music? Like, am I wrong that I want more Rihanna music?
No,
Yeah, no,
but
you're
I
not
feel
wrong at all
like-
because we all want more Rihanna music. But guess what? Rihanna is evolved in this game in the same way in light that Jay-Z has evolved in this game.
Jay-Z still gives me music.
But this is what I'm trying to say. In order
Right.
for her to secure the bag, she's had to explore different avenues that she's also passionate about. So her being able to explore these different avenues means that she's not pressured by the contracts. She doesn't have to worry about the contracts. If she wants to put out some music, she'll do that. I'm pretty sure she's still in love with the music, just like Jay is. But at this point in time, she want to make sure that not only is she set, but everybody around her that she cares about and love is set. So when she does get back to the music, ain't no pressure coming from nobody. She get to do what the fuck she want to do.
But I think
I think it's gonna come, and I think when it do come, it's gonna be amazing.
I don't know. I think she's been playing in that realm this entire time. Like after Umbrella, I think she's been playing in that realm of she does what the fuck she wants to do. Like that last one was the last album.
Good Girl Gone Bad
No,
is
no.
when she made that
What was the last one though?
Auntie.
Yes. Bro, when she made Auntie, it just seemed like, first of all, she was doing whatever the fuck she wanted before that. But the way the music, she basically did hip hop just for the fuck up. And did it better than rappers. Like, let's just be real. Like, she been playing in that space of being the person that can create whatever the fuck she want. And no one's going to go, well, I like the other stuff. No, we like all of the shit
Everything.
you experience.
Yeah, we do. We do.
You know what I'm saying? So, I guess
And the haters will say, "Well, she's not a great singer. She doesn't. She doesn't have to be a great singer. She's a good
I don't
singer."
understand
it's just-
the whole stigma behind. Oh, they can't carry a note.
I
Like
don't think
everyone is not an alto or a soprano singer.
It's
like,
not even that. Everyone is
it's-
not a Jasmine Sullivan or Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey. You don't have to go here and there and all over the place with your vocals. If you know what you're doing and the vibe is right, the beat is right, the
know
lyrics
what's
are
crazy
right.
to me?
If it marries well,
My mother says
accept
stuff like
it.
that. Like my mom been the one. Like, she's
Accept
been telling
that.
me for years. Like, oh, J-Lo can't sing. I didn't know that as a kid.
She can't.
As
sing,
an
but
adult
you know
now, I
what?
hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Works for her.
Yeah, but as an adult, I hear it. Like,
Cassie
oh.
don't sing that well, but it works.
But
for
as
they
an
found
adult,
the formula.
I hear it. Like, oh, she can't sing. She's just got really good songs. She can't sing, right? But then I'm like, well, we got James Brown. We love James Brown.
Yeah, and all he does,
James Brown does not have a beautiful voice.
it's like okay.
But you know, I've heard, like, I've watched my grandma watch James Brown and go, man, that boy can sing. I'm just like, no, he
What?
can't.
No,
He can't sing.
He just said
and I'm not shitting on James Brown. He's one of my
he's
favorites.
great. He is great.
But I think James Brown is more impactful at his feeling than his
Think-
vocal ability.
Exactly. He's carved a lane for himself.
So
just like
why
those
is it okay
other
for
artists
James to
that
do
may
it?
not sing as well as
It's okay
the
for
top
James
tier.
and Keith Sweat to do it, but like it's not okay for Keith Sweat can't sing at all. Like, and we've known this 4 years.
I'm not saying nothing.
Bruh, so y'all want to play like Keith Sweat can sing?
He drinking. I'm drinking.
I'm trying not to get demonetized. Don't do that.
What he said.
I'm just trying to get to the understanding. Why is it okay for a lot of these older acts who cannot sing, but we love them, to be themselves, make good songs. But when it comes to Rihanna, or they'll say, I've heard people say Beyonce can't sing. I don't know where you get that from. But at the same time, she makes the best songs. So what the fuck is the problem?
Here's the crazy thing. I'm calling out the haters when they say Beyonce can't sing.
Oh yeah, because Beyonce
I'm gonna tell you, she could sing, and she could perform. She's just killing it.
If Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson had a prodigy.
What? That's so weird. Don't say that.
I said a prodigy.
Oh, okay. 'Cause my mind went somewhere else.
Like, what are you talking about? I wasn't saying a child. Like, I'm talking about someone that they could give their talents to.
Yeah, okay.
It would be Beyonce. You
Definitely
took it
would.
there.
Yeah, I took it there.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
God, he like little boys, not girls. Anyway. What?
No, he don't.
I don't know if he did or not. I'm not going to say he don't. But I also ain't going to be mad at him for it. He Michael Jackson.
You better stop talking about my daddy like that.
Mama had 5 boys, me, I was a middle child.
Man, listen, I was the middle child.
You are fucked up in the head right now.
I am the middle child.
Damn.
I'm sorry, dog.
Listen,
I'm not.
I was gonna say something. You made me forget it. I'm mad about what you said about about Michael. He don't like boys.
Michael was a gay man, though, right?
While we're still
Maybe.
on the music,
That's a big maybe.
I think Michael. I will say bisexual.
This is what I was gonna say.
Wait, was Michael Jackson a bisexual man? Or
He could have definitely been into boys, guys. Sorry.
while we're still on the music,
No, wait.
the bars is back. The verses I actually missed,
Listen,
but
that verses, I'm so
I'm
wrong.
gonna step out for this one.
I was so wrong. First thing I thought about was this verse is finna be boring as fuck. Cause I'm thinking old New York music. These niggas finna just be extra tough. Man, I don't know why I played Jadakiss. I don't know why.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because I don't care about the Lox' music. I like Jadakiss. Like, I've never really been a Lox fan. I like them on featured records. Like Styles, I like Styles on featured records. Chic, I've never really cared for Chic. Jadakiss, I love Jadakiss. I love Jadakiss by himself. You see what I'm saying? So as a group, like, I've heard all these songs and none of them make me go, yeah, I'm feeling it. But Dipset, on the other hand, Dipset wasn't really talented rappers to me. Like, they was clever, witty niggas. But their culture is what I followed when I was growing up. So when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't care for none of the music. So I'm thinking it's going to be boring.
Bandanas and caps that'll swallow the head. That
Bruh,
was Dipset.
listen,
The Diplomats, yo.
Bruh, when I tell you, I watched that shit in awe. Because I saw the Lox outperform Dipset from the start to the finish. Before Dipset started rapping, the Lox was performing. Before any music was played, the Lox were performing. You understand what I'm saying? They were in there. We're gonna rile the crowd up. We're gonna make sure everybody understand that, look, this is our stage. They took over portions of the stage, and it was just 3 of them. It's like 100 niggas on stage. Nobody's on that stage when the Lox is moving around. Styles is walking over the camera and chair, kicking his fucking chair. Like, before music was played, they started performing. I saw right then and there, like, okay, this is gonna be some fun shit. Like, it's gonna be a lot of back and forth. You know what I mean? It's gonna feel kind of like Jeezy and Gucci. Whereas, like, all right, tension is here. It may not be real tension, but the tension to compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you watched the Heat go against the Bulls, what year that was when Scotty got elbowed in the head. Got that big ass knot. I can't think of it. It might have been 95 or 96, right?
96, probably.
When I tell you, like, that type of tension, like, I know they don't hate each other, but they not playing with each other. I feel like Dipset was playing and nigga Jadakiss shined. He had freestyles that were better than the songs. Freestyles from 2003, might I add. Freestyles I heard when I was 14 years old. He rapping them today, and I feel them more today than I did then.
Styles P was actually on, I want to say, the BTS Hip Hop Awards started in 2004. And Styles was on the first cypher with Lupe Fiasco and Papoose. One of my favorite ciphers.
Styles
was
is
awesome.
a spitter.
You hear the beat by Premier, like, BT, get your recorders. You are rocking with the Ghost Papoose and Lupe the skateboarder.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Cypher, the beginning to
I
rap
used to-
before record
bruh.
deal.
Okay.
What?
Nah, you not gonna get off on us. Nigga. Them ciphers were everything.
That's
When
the
BET
only
Awards
reason
started,
I watch the
that was-
Hip Hop Awards.
that
I
was-
don't care about the performance. I appreciate
That was the
them
whole
getting
reason
recognition
all of
for
us watched
winning,
that.
but I tune it, and if I miss it, I'm on YouTube 4 hours later.
Bro, listen, when I tell you they started BET Awards, first thing I thought of was, I don't want to hear this. Can they just give me clips of the ciphers? Like, I would rather skip the in-betweens. And when YouTube came out, I stopped watching the awards completely.
Yeah, I don't watch.
I can't remember the last time I watched an award from BET.
I felt
watched all
there
the
were
ciphers.
so many artists.
Especially during the pandemic, I didn't watch.
When BET started like losing money and like they were losing essentially our support because they really weren't for us. It seemed like I felt they could
it's
make
because
a
of the new
whole
CEO?
segment of BET Cypher. It doesn't have to be rappers. There's enough musicians
You remember,
for them to
I
make
know you
a
used to
whole
remember watching
segment.
this, watching-
Do you think it's
And you
because
can
of the
pay
new
for-
CEO that we don't like the direction that they're going in?
Yeah, but that was years ago.
Because we used to love.
That was years
Every
ago.
time we
Does,
walked in any of our family
Deborah
members'
Lee
house,
still own it?
She doesn't own it.
BET
She's
was
the
on.
CEO, but she doesn't own it. It went into new ownership, right? But what I'm saying is that happened years ago, and I remember the shift.
I
106
remember
in
it
Park
too.
changed.
It changed a lot.
One-
They took
I
down
was
Cedar.
hurt when Free
Yeah,
and AJ left.
listen. When Rap
Hurt.
City, the basement. You remember the basement where rap used to go into big ticket room?
They had that late night shit.
He still disses
Would they-
his current segments. He's just be like, this will never be what the basement was.
Bro, it was just those
comes
moments
out every time.
where you would see your favorite rapper go into a booth. It's not a music video. He's just in there. It's a mic and they freestyling. And Big Ticket used to go in there and really freestyle with them niggas. Like, oh, you here? You think because you a star, you just gonna rap by yourself? Move out the way. I got this. And then he'll
I think
go.
when did he like really fit? When they did the back room, he was for the idea because he got to be back in his element, but he hated that they stopped the basement. Like, like the back room will never be what the basement.
Look at the
was.
rap shit. It's making him sad. Look, he's tired.
I'm very sad. I'm like, can we talk about something else?
I really not like music. This don't make you feel good.
he's
Don't
a
make me
rap
feel
hater.
nothing. I'm not a rapper. I
But
don't
it's
like
not
rap. I
about-
don't care for rap.
He hates rap music.
Do you think I'm rich?
You're
I
talking-
can't
He hates-
relate to Lil Baby.
He hates rap
Yeah,
music.
but-
I don't know how to make you understand this. He hates rap music.
I mean,
He's a hater.
my elementary
This is the same
school
person
barber,
that told me when I was 10 years old.
You better get it right.
He told me music gonna be trash because all the good songs all got rappers on it now. You can't even play a song without a rapper being on it. I was like, yeah.
Is music trash now?
No.
You a lie because you just said music was trash.
No, I didn't. Music is not trash because you still, just like there was garbage back in the 90s, there is garbage in the early 2000s, there was garbage in the 70s. It's who you look for because there are some phenomenal acts out.
I'm pretty sure there are.
They're
They're not being. They're
I'm
not
waiting
the ones
on-
being highlighted.
Kanye got me waiting on the album that may not even exist. That's a phenomenal rapper. Phenomenal. Come on. Drake is a phenomenal rapper.
I don't.
Drake's on
no,
that
the ones
Who?
that are great get their
Drake is
roses.
on
Yeah,
Diamond.
the
Who
ones that are
told you
great
that?
get their roses.
I thought, oh, you're just naming great rap.
Yeah.
Here.
I thought you were
ones
saying
you-
like you were going in a segment.
It's clear
about
what you
Donda,
thought, and it was
but-
clearly wrong.
And I was like, is there something I missed?
He was still on this wrong thing, huh? I'm just saying there are some phenomenal artists out. Even though the state of music is different, it's changed, it's a lot of watered down shit. That's what happens when things get saturated. But that's what happens as technology advances. More people can do what other people were doing. That's just where we at. Cars got trash at one point because everybody was like, I can make a car. Ford was killing it. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's just how that works. You don't go, cars are trash now. No, it's still cars you like. It's just how that works. Hoes used to be the shit because it was a small community. Now everybody hoes. It don't mean ain't some good hoes out here now. Grade A hoes. You hear me? Old school bitches We'll never tell your
I
secrets.
need Kobe Wagyu hoes.
No, but what I do
A5
understand is that basically the way you guys feel about rap is the way I feel about singers. It touches you in a way that excites you.
I
It
agree.
lights a fire in you, and it makes you motivated to listen and do more. Like
It's a soundtrack to my life.
It's a soundtrack to your life.
Shout
It
out Kate
parallels to your core, and I get that because music, in general, i.e., singers do that for me. But when you guys are talking about all these niggas I don't give a fuck about or even know, I just don't give a fuck about it, and I don't want to because there's too much fucks been given. And I ain't got no more left to
all
give.
these niggas, and I'm gonna
You
tell
know what
them,
I'm saying?
hey, he don't fuck with you.
I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna be in a room with 50 Cent. I'm like, hey,
you're right.
Phil, that nigga do not fuck with you, bro.
We could be rubbing elbows with a lot of people.
He don't fuck with you, Phil. Don't even shake his hand, bro.
With a lot of people.
I'll fuck with you.
I wouldn't be. You would be shaking their hand. I'd be like,
He don't fuck with you, Phil.
who that? Who is that? Who was that?
I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. It's royalty.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You don't need to know.
Oh okay.
I know how this is gonna go.
Right.
I'm gonna call him out
You think-
every chance I.
Hey,
Let me meet T.I.
You think
First
they
thing I'm gonna
got?
say, Tip, you know
they
he don't
got
like you, right?
snacks in the back?
Hey, Tip, you know he don't like you, right? You my favorite. He don't like
It's
you.
not that I don't like
Holla
him.
at him.
I just don't care.
He don't want it. We've had an argument before. I'm not gonna do
I
it
just don't
now.
care.
We're not gonna do it now. But I think rap music is way more impactful than
We've had
R&B
this.
and
We've had
soul,
this
but
conversation.
Whatever. We can.
It wasn't even no
You
argument.
think he's
It was just a
joking,
conver-
but he's
I
serious.
just don't care.
He know I'm serious. he knows me. I can't wait. I'm gonna do the same, nigga. Put it like this.
Do you
know what I
honestly
want to
think
do
that
when I
I'm
meet
gonna-
Wale? You think I'm gonna not do that?
Wale is great.
He's trash.
Wale's great.
Here we go.
Trash.
Before we get
great.
into that, I just want to let you know.
No, we're
I
not
was-
going to get into that.
Okay.
We're not. We're not.
Garbage.
I just wanted to explain the I'm serious joke was a T.I. reference, but he spoke faster than me, so it missed the mark. But I was on time speaking, but he spoke faster.
But he spoke faster.
that's what I do when you talk at regular pace. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you talk at regular pace.
was the
Man, what on this list do you give a fuck about? Because some of this shit I don't give a fuck about.
Like what? What
Like-
don't you give a fuck about? I'm going to tell you what I don't
Obama's
give a fuck
birthday
about.
party. I know you wanted to talk about it.
Here's the thing. This is my thing.
I
I
missed
may
the whole
not give
thing.
a fuck about a lot of the stuff on the list, but unless you make me give a fuck about it, that's when I will give a fuck about it. And I mean this.
Tell me about Obama's birthday party, 'cause I missed
Wait a
everything.
minute. This is what I'm saying. Like if you have actual facts and information to educate me and tell me what the fuck was going on during Obama's party to make it interesting, interest me, make me interested. But if you just say Obama's birthday party and you don't know shit about it, like the Olympics,
I don't give a fuck about the Olympics.
Like,
what did
I
you
mean,
tell me
it's
that made
just-
me interested about that shit?
I mean,
same thing with
we
these other
didn't-
topics.
We didn't really get
I agree.
into
Put
the
your fist in
Olympics because it's a wide event.
Stupid.
But it's still okay.
It's a stupid event.
Right.
But
we are
Obama's
only
birthday
talking about things
party-
that interest us.
It was great because Obama had people deleting IG posts because they are breaching the contract. People
Okay.
said they had Obama in rare form. They
Okay.
did
Drunk
not
Obama?
see-
I want to see drunk Obama.
wait.
I love to see drunk Obama.
drunk.
Weed Obama,
They
the
said-
one that
I
smoked weed.
want to see that high nigga.
Yes.
I want to
They-
see Obama walk in with a bottle like, yeah.
Michelle.
Yes, sir.
The guest
Hey, Michelle.
list.
Wait,
No,
Michelle.
Michelle, give me
did
me
you,
two.
Did you smoke my?
People
Did you
said
smoke
they've
my rose?
never seen their
Did you
president like
put
that.
out the blunts? I had 2 blunts, and there's one. Where's the other? You did it again. You smoke. Was Malaya? She's still smoking that stuff. She can't smoke without me. Where the fuck is she?
The guest
Huh?
list was star-studded. Beyonce and Jay-Z were there.
Jay,
Of course they were there.
Jay. I don't take this wrong way. With B's got a fat ass.
Do J laugh. Do J laugh.
I can't do Jay. I can't do Jay-Z.
Y'all are crazy.
I'm not an
But
president.
yes, even people were like, what was crazy to me is Obama only invited 60 people, supposedly.
Do you know what 60 of my friends would be like?
And that's what I'm saying. They said,
they said,
but understand, you have a former
No family, right?
No.
Okay, just friends. Woo!
That's sad because 30 of my friends are family.
Right.
You
Cousins.
You have Obama, and then you have Jay-Z and Beyonce. Them three are enough to cause a traffic jam if
Okay.
they're in the same
Who else
city.
was there? You know who else was there?
I have,
It's an Obama party. We're not going to know if he didn't want us to know.
but
So he had people deleting their IG posts because they wanted to post, right?
right, but I want to say Obama said no phones. Like no one was supposed to.
But
be
that's
on their
typical.
Because he probably want to cut loose, man. The man
That
ain't
is
been
typical.
That's
president.
what I'm
You want to enjoy
saying.
yourself. That's not just
Like
him.
just
That's
the-
not just him
Can't stop
as a
hitting that
president.
chord, huh?
I can't stop. There's not just a president. There's a lot of people that are famous, that are well known and well recognized. They want to be in a space where they don't have to worry about what they say, what they do, how they look,
Make sure that
and they
plug
just
that.
want to have a good time. So when they prepare events, they make people sign a clause.
Yeah.
But
I would
yeah,
shit.
people
I would
were
too.
cool
I
about deleting the
understand it.
IG post. It was just like
Now you know
man,
when
I
you
couldn't
signed this shit,
imagine.
you was not supposed to bring your phone out, but here you is trying to catch a moment.
Right?
You ain't even gotta
Like,
be
if
here,
Obama want to
but
puff
you
a backwood,
here.
let him.
Bro, I ain't gonna
Now
lie.
you
Just
got
the
your
thought
phone
of
out.
drunk Obama, how Obama is enough for
I
me
think
to
that
go.
would be amazing.
I can go for another hour. If you want to talk about what I would imagine Obama being,
Go for it.
like if this nigga been uptight for 8 years,
Had to be.
4 years after presidency, he still can't even be himself.
Had
'cause
to be.
Trump in that fucking shit up.
I just want to mention the last coronavirus press conference Joe Biden had. Guess what color his suit was?
Damn. Ain't that some shit? And it did not make headlines. It didn't make headlines.
You wouldn't
Why?
have even
Why do you think that is?
known. You wouldn't have even known.
Why
It
do you
was
think that
so
is?
Quick. I was watching the news. Joe Biden came on TV. I said,
Why do you
Is
think
that-
that is? Tell me
that-
why you think that
"Is that
is.
a tan suit?"
No, not you, Cardo. Why do you think that is? What the fuck are you doing over there?
I think it was racially inclined.
But he'll be all right.
It was racially.
Oh, you was
inclined.
trying to reach over and
It was definitely racially inclined.
What
Like
about you?
he was almost flawless. They had to be like, so this man just stopped wearing black
And he
and
did
blue
not
suits?
look as good as
That
Obama
shit was
did
a huge-
in his tan suit.
That was a
But-
whole news story. And then people were like, how could he come out and just disgrace the White House and wear a tan? Like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about? Fabrics? The fabric of our lives? Cotton, nigga? My ancestors picked cotton. I should be able to decide what color of cotton I want to
She
wear.
should have
The
came
feel
out
of
in a kimono.
Bro, he
My
came out in the
ancestors
Kango.
made this shit, and you gonna complain
robe.
about what color it is?
If I was president, I'd have came out in Carl Kanai just because I got to bring it back. Fuck
I
you
mean,
mean.
he handled
With
it
the
as well
Kango.
as
Like,
he
what
could.
are you
He handled it
saying?
very well. He handled
With the
it
Timbs
very
and no,
well.
they not tied up. Tim's no laces, nigga. What you
At
mean?
the same time, I'm just wondering why. Like I know, I'm not wondering at all. I know why, but
He went back. with
be
that
fair
thing,
across the
though.
board. Y'all made a big hoopla about him wearing a fucking tan suit.
I'm talking about
Why was he
CNN
able
in
to?
an
Why was
uproar.
Biden able to do it? Mind you, he was Obama's vice president at one time. Mind you,
And the tie
he was
green.
answering to Obama at some point, right?
Obama was fresh.
Right?
First, though, that suit was clean.
Bruh was
We watched it like a couple days ago.
yes.
Because we talked about it. And I was like, you remember
Yeah.
when this was a story?
It was,
And I had to go find the video like, bro, my boy was sharp.
And then
Did it.
we get the polar opposite in the office, sitting here. I don't want to talk about politics. What is the next goddamn? Wait a minute, because we gonna get deep in this. I don't want to. I don't want to.
I ain't going to get into politics.
We
Fuck
do
politics.
that off air. Him and I.
Listen, man, the only one on this motherfucker that I really care about is the shit that we were talking about last night. Because I had a discussion with some people about,
That just got me riled up. I'm sorry. That just really
good.
just
Be riled
did
up
something to
because
me.
I'm probably going to be riled up as fuck. Because I know what I want to say is it's going to hurt people's feelings because I know a lot of niggas who accept being in the friend zone, right? Mm-hmm. I honestly, truly, that suit looks stupid. I'm gonna put that shit on screen.
He look like he wearing a trench coat.
He like he finna go shoot up a school. Fuck him. I do not like it at all. Fuck him. He like the Unabomber. Fuck that nigga. I don't give a shit about none of that. I'm naked under here. That's what he look like. I don't like it at all.
Lick him.
My boy Adrian over here.
Listen, I'm just saying. But we were talking about last night. I have a take on people who are in the friend zone. First off, I want to say, I don't think the friend zone exists. I think it's some shit that people made up to accept.
Be more specific.
I will.
With male and female or just
no,
male,
I don't think the friend zone
general.
exists at all.
Okay.
I think I put women in the friend zone, but it's only because I know she'll accept that bullshit. Because I don't think it's real, right? If a woman told me she wanted to fuck me and she came on it the right way, I'm probably give her some dick, depending on the type of woman.
Explain yourself.
Now, if I don't want to give her no dick and I say I'm gonna put you in the friend zone, that don't mean we fucking friends. I probably don't like you. I probably don't even want to talk to you. I probably said that because that's gonna make you feel better when you tell your friends why I ain't fucking with you. Niggas do the same shit. Niggas be like, yeah, you know, I'm in the friend zone, bro. I'm trying to get up. That shit is stupid. If you are in a friend zone, sir, that woman don't like you, and that's not your friend. Because your friends, you're not trying to fuck.
No.
Ain't that some shit?
Wait.
Ain't that some shit? Because
Do you
your
have
friends.
friends? Do you have friends that you have fucked?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not trying to fuck them.
Anymore.
It wasn't even. I have friends that we've had sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't plan to have sex, and we literally had a discussion about. I don't know if I want to do that again. Like that wasn't. I don't feel like that was right for us. Like that's not where we need to be, because when it comes to,
I'm sorry.
I thought you was farting, nigga. I was like, don't do that on the air. Hold that, brother. Hold that.
Don't do that in air.
Keep the in air off air. Thank you. Anyway, like when it comes to the friend zone, and the men who are deliberately trying to get with a woman, but that woman may not be feeling him,
And they friend zone him.
whatever. That man who sticks around for years at a time, who watches relationships build with this woman, who gets closer, gets her secrets, who gets a version of
her
her
to be vulnerable.
He's going to get a version of her that the men she date don't even get. All he is doing is taking this information and building a profile for you. Is that not predatory?
The way I see it, I was going to say the way I see it is it's kind of like a vulture. You're passive aggressive. You're not being aggressive in a way that will make her say it's all or nothing. Either you want my friendship or you don't want it at all.
You need to make a
You're
person make a decision.
aggressive. You are waiting for that person to be weak. You're waiting for that person, that woman, that girl, that person of interest. You're waiting for that person to be at a point where they will be either weak, drunk, whatever you want to call it, however the situation applies itself. But you're waiting for that. You're waiting for your turn. But the reason you've stuck around is solely because of that. The reason you've been patient, listened to all her sob stories, gotten upset internally when you see her fucking around with other niggas that you think ain't good enough to be fucking around with, but you still stick around.
Pathetic.
It's pathetic.
But
it's a vulture mentality. Because vultures don't hunt for themselves. They wait for something to be dead.
I'll give you the argument that I always get when I bring this up.
Do you feel me?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
And I agree. This is the argument I get whenever I bring this up. Well, what about the man who was friends with a woman and he fell in love with her, but they have a friendship now and it's hard to kind of break that friendship? And I'm like, all right. So basically your intentions for sticking around this long is to be her support. It's to always be there for her, right? And one day you hoping that maybe, just maybe, she'll look at you with some value and want to be with you too. Wonderful. Wonder-fucking-ful. But let me tell you something. Those fucking intentions don't mean shit when it comes to the actions, because there are a lot of actions in there that are manipulative, that are bitch-made, that are not the actions of a man who is trying to show a woman, I need to be I need to be with you. One, if you are around a woman and you cannot tell her how you feel about her, you can't be yourself with that woman. Yeah. That's a inauthentic version of yourself, right?
You need to move on to the next.
Right? So let's say you with a woman and she your friend, but you like her. You've loved her, right? You've been in love all this time. She don't know, and you want to confess your love to her, and it don't go the right way. So now the next couple of years, you just quiet about your love, right? Sir, you're acting outside of your character. Because if someone can't reciprocate the things that you feel about them, you don't need to be friends with them.
No. You know how many people I've
Period.
had come up to me after knowing them and being friends with them for years that has confessed that they've always had a crush or been into me and wanted to be with me or has been in love with me. It's been a countless amount of people that tell me years later. And I'm always wondering, and it's always at a point when they know that I'm not with nobody, like it's in between a relationship, and they want to confess this. And I'm always wondering to myself, what exactly do you want me to do with that information? Because years ago when we met, you didn't give me those vibes. You didn't give me that energy. You didn't make it known. You might have gotten a chance though, but guess what? I considered you a friend, and now I still consider you a friend. What do you want me to do with that? Only thing I can do is like, really, for real. That's what's up,
listen.
really.
And I'm
they always put you in a very uncomfortable position. Tell me if you've experienced this. They ask you.
I've experienced this once in my life, and I'm gonna tell you.
Have you ever thought about us being together?
I ask that shit to bitches I'm fucking.
What?
That's some shit I would ask a woman that I'm having sex with.
I don't ask nobody.
Because I need to know, what are you thinking about us now after we've crossed this line? Because now we need to have a conversation about expectations. But when it becomes, well, if we ain't never done that, that's not my business what you think about us. If you my friend, right? I should just assume that you're thinking the best for both of us.
Yourself to be in a friend zone, it ain't my business.
This has only happened to me once in my life, and I only feel this way because of how it made me feel. There's a woman that I've known since I possibly was, I think, 16 to about 24, right? When I was 23, I had broken up with a woman, and I was getting ready to move. And she came in basically what she always do, console me, be my dog, smoke with me, drink with me. But this night, I'm thinking it's the alcohol because this motherfucker just started confessing her love for me. And in my mind,
they want you to think it's the alcohol. They can't wait to start drinking so they can make you think it's the alcohol.
In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so I don't know if I should take you serious now.
What did she say?
Not.
What did she say? What did she say? Come on.
It's an email.
Okay.
And I'll have to read the email.
Paraphrase.
Basically, I've grown to love you. I've seen that you are basically she told me that she was the person that I needed to be with because no one's going to love me like she is. No one's going to respect me like she is. No one understands me like she does, and da-da-da-da-da, right?
And you've never seen her this way?
Never. Because the first time we ever talked about it was probably years into our friendship, and we was at a hotel. It was a birthday party. We was drinking, and she had to sleep in my bed, and we was hugging, but it wasn't like, "Oh, I love you." It was like, it's cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is cold as fucking here.
Spooning.
Yeah, but
side question. Do you hug / cuddle with other people that are in the friend zone that are our friends and you really don't ever want to or expect to be intimate with?
After that, no, never again. I never did.
Not after that,
ever again.
But before that, yes.
No, I never really was in that position before.
Okay,
I'd never been put in this position. It was cold. We was in a pool, so when we got out the pool, we took a shower. Fucking room freezing cold. So the little thin ass hotel covers ain't working. Literally, it was, bitch, I'm cold as shit. All right, we're gonna get warm in a second.
Right, share body heat.
That's it, right? I feel comfortable doing this.
Survival.
I feel comfortable doing this with you because you my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't have thought to do this with the bitch in the other bed. I don't know her. I want to fuck her. Like, you understand? Like, if I did this to her, this is me coming on to her. This don't feel like me coming on to you at all. So we had a discussion about it the next day, and I was just like, no, you tripping. I never. And we laughed about it. Fast forward to 23. I'm getting this whole story after I just went through a breakup. I'm getting this whole story about, you understand me better than nobody else. You respect me more than anybody else. And all I kept thinking in my mind was like, well, you only know that because you've been pretending to be somebody that you're not this entire time. You've been getting information from me about how other people treat me and how it makes me feel that I would have never told you.
You feel manipulated?
I felt bamboozled. I felt tricked. So I felt angry more than anything. The first feelings were anger. But I knew in that moment, at that night, it was not a good time to give my anger because I gotta make sense of all of what I'm hearing. So right now, I'm just listening. And I'm getting it. I have my feelings, but I'm not sharing. I'm just like,
last question.
Wow. You're not going to let me get through?
No. Last question. Do you still keep in contact with her? Okay, you cut her off completely.
Never.
You were very angry about that.
I'm still mad about it.
And
I don't fuck with that.
And you build yourself as a character as somebody who would never do something like that.
I don't do that.
When people come at you or you come at someone in any way,
I'm going to tell you, I did that once in my life when I was a teenager, when I was in high school. And I realized how that wasn't working because it made me feel like, damn, I can't really tell you how I feel because it's going to ruin our mood. So we just not going to be cool. And just how that was. I didn't say nothing. We just stopped talking because I can't be real with you. You're not my friend. That's all I took, right? You said that was your last question. You want me to get through this or not?
Yeah, you got more to say?
I wasn't done.
What more do you got to say?
I was telling you my experience as to why I feel a certain way.
She made me feel like
I'm telling you an experience so I can give you context.
I got the context
as to why I feel about this subject the way I feel, right? And why I think people are wrong for doing it. Because I can only go off of my own experiences. And I told you the argument that people give me.
And the words you use are predatory.
Absolutely. And I'm giving you the argument that people give me, right? Shut the fuck up.
Because you preying on someone when you manipulate them.
So I'm giving you the argument that people gave me. That,
I'm coming back
you gotta
to that
think
word.
about people's intentions. And I'm just like, okay, cool. This whole thing started with me off of someone who probably had good intentions. But the actions were flawed to me.
We've all been guilty of that, though.
We've done it.
Having good intentions and actually swaying from the truth or keeping the truth at bay just because of our good intentions. Even though those good intentions could have been selfish, in the long run, when they actually come out, when the truth comes out, it makes you look bad.
So long story short, we didn't talk that much for about a year. I moved to Ocala. Got a call from her.
Where is that?
I got a call from her while I was in Ocala. And I explained that day, this is how I felt that night. I felt like I was blindsided by you. I felt like you told me some things that made me go, well, how could you feel like you're the only one that understands me? And then I started looking at the facts. Yeah, you're the only person I confide in.
Do you ever consider it after she told you that?
No, never.
You were just automatically mad because she just caught you off guard.
Even if I could have considered it, I can't get past the control you just tried to take away from me.
You felt completely manipulated once she confessed to you.
Yes.
Okay.
I cannot get past.
A positive side to manipulation?
Could be.
What?
Which is what I'm saying. This is the argument I get. But what about the intentions? That person could love you. You could love me all you want to love me. But if the way you went about loving me did not feel right to me, it's null and void. Right. So take your good intentions and go die with them.
Ow, that hurt.
Go die with your fucking good intentions.
That hurt.
That's how that shit worked.
Oh, but I feel you.
So
that hurt, but I feel you.
At the end of the day,
I felt that.
Long story short, we talked. 23 went by. I was 24. I was in Ocala. She called me. We talked about it. I explained what I felt that night. I told her, look, the thing you said to me made me feel like you took a lot of my control away. You said that you're the only person who understands me. And now I'm looking at it like you might be. But why is that? Why are you the only person that can understand me? Because you're the only woman that I can confide in for a woman's point of view. And this whole time, it wasn't giving you a woman's point of view. I mean, you weren't giving me a woman's point of view. You were giving me the desired point of view.
Women are very maniacal, though.
They're fucking manipulative, right? I got a whole theory about how women are horrible, but I can't put it together. I'm not enough facts yet. A lot of followers. That's fine. Men are horrible.
Every two of them.
Men are fucking horrible. But I really think women are like just not good people, bro. Like, but anyway, when it came down to the end of that, all I knew was that right there is something that I never want to feel again from someone I call my friend. So when I see people say, well, I'm just trying to wait till she see me as the right one. I'm just like, so you don't see you as the right one. Because if you were in that position to where it took you this long to tell me your feelings because of fear of you losing your friendship, you didn't have a friendship. It's like That's a job, true. My nigga. If I don't show up to my business and my business start working, I don't have a fucking business. So we're building bullshit we're building true things. We're building expectations. We're building plans on bullshit. That's manipulative. And I can put you in the same category as a person who manipulates a child to fucking touch them. Say it's harsh. Could be. It could be harsh. But sir, you're using the same tactics.
Because it's coercion at the end of the day.
You're using the same tactics, man. And it's like, if a man was to do that to a woman and a woman was able to speak out openly about it, we would all understand how it feels. But it happens to men.
Playing the long game.
The long con.
He's a me too.
The long con.
He's a me too.
I done been me 3, my guy. Me 4.
But do you think there's a positive side to manipulation? Because I personally think there is, and I feel like I'm a very manipulative person.
I do believe there's a positive side to manipulation, but once again, those are your intentions. And if a person don't see your intentions and they decide to go, I'm gonna fuck about your intentions, take your intentions and die.
I feel like that's what I wanted to talk about. Manipulation, that word, this
specific
word.
The other one is ocean. Apparently got 3 of them.
I wanted to talk about that. Say it.
Specific
word, because
gotcha.
I think that when you say it, when you hear that word, you have a lot of negative connotation.
Are you trying to? You trying to go on the line of manipulation could be good? That's what you're doing.
No, it is good.
That's what we're doing.
No, that's exactly what I'm doing. It's not that it could be.
I want to hear this shit.
It is good.
Go with this shit.
Yeah,
hear this shit.
It is good. Like when we hear it, we hear a lot of negative. We feel a lot of negative connotation that comes with it, because when we usually hear about manipulative people, it's always because they've been ousted, they've been figured out, they've been bamboozled by people who just got it, and what they were doing was selfish. It was self-motivated. You see, she manipulated you because it was self-motivated. I feel like I'm a very manipulative person. I think that in order for me to have a center of peace, and in order to make sure that the things around me work well, the gears aren't grinding and they're well oiled, I have to manipulate everyone in my life.
That everything like narcissism.
It does sound like narcissism, but
I have to be this way to the world because the world doesn't understand.
I don't have to. I choose to, because I want to be happy. I want to be at peace. And it's not just a selfish thing. Let me just get it, goddammit, shit.
Yeah, man, you do your job,
nigga. Every time you get on this motherfucker, you got something on your face, and you don't want me to tell you about it. Anyway,
so you don't want to manipulate this situation.
It's not even about me.
Gotcha.
It's not even about me. How I explained it earlier when I was having a private conversation with a close friend, it was basically, I only want people around me that are putting their best foot forward. And if you're not putting your best foot forward, you are not a branch. You are not a root in my life, in my tree of life. You are a leaf, and you will soon fall off when the season comes. Even if I care too much about you to let you go, you will. But if I can nudge you, push you in an area or two that makes you do better, be better, or give you maybe a different insight, or pushes you off that path, that beaten path that you're usually on, that keeps you going in a circle of stress, sadness, depression, or the same bad habits. Say you got bad habits, you got bad traits, you got bad tendencies. If I can do something that benefits you. Yeah, I know you do.
I agree with everything.
If I could do something that benefits you in some way, because I know the person that you are, I'm gonna make sure that I don't give it to you the way I'm thinking, straight with no chaser. I manipulate the people around me and the situations around me by using myself, by using you, by making sure I say the right things, by setting up a certain situation or environment to make sure that you have the opportunity to put your best foot forward.
Put your best foot forward.
Your best foot pie. Mm-hmm. But I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to put your best foot forward in order to give you just a little nudge. And I feel like everyone's manipulative, but everyone sees that negatively. Everyone sees it in a negative connotation, and where only that word is always associated with a bad person.
I think when it comes to manipulating people, it can be very tricky. And regardless of, your intentions, it can be good, but the actions towards how you manipulate people is where it becomes fundamental.
When it's selfish. When it's selfish.
Sometimes it needs to be selfish. But
sometimes
I'm very manipulative when it comes to I was going to say scenario and situation.
Situations.
And I was about to say
situations.
When it comes to situations, I'm very, very manipulative.
I like that word.
In certain, me too.
It felt
sounds
good. It felt good.
I'm very manipulative in scenarios because I can manipulate a situation to go in my favor. And I don't have to do it to people as much. It's more about what am I doing to distract the people.
Same.
Or what am I doing?
Same.
What am I doing to arouse the mind of the person? Because I can literally take your focus off of something so that I can focus on something.
Great example.
Without you paying
attention. I think
we
had this conversation before. When I go out to a venue or bar or club or whatever with a group of friends that I love and I trust, and I want to have a great time, I've already thought of 30 different scenarios that could go wrong and how I can make sure that I can get all of us out of this scenario safely, or myself, if I'm being selfish. I have to think of both, the latter and before. So when I know that I have a certain friend who drink too much, I may look like I'm having a good time and I'm dancing and I'm not paying attention to him, but I'm paying very close attention to you, Carter, because you drank too much, nigga. And I know that on your third drink, I need to, like most friends will say, you done had too much. Nigga, you need to put that drink down. Nah. And all that makes them want to do is say, you don't know me, or you ain't my daddy, or I'm grown. I can drink as much as I want. Yes, this is very hypothetical. But
your camera ain't on, so I don't know who you're looking at.
I have friends like this. So instead of coming at them forward, you should see his disappointment, the disappointment on his face, because his camera ain't on.
Yeah, give me that.
I thought he checked.
Hey, every time I'm on a tangent, I get interrupted. Don't nobody else get interrupted.
You interrupted me through my entire.
I do it on purpose though, because I just need to make the score even. Shit.
Hour and 13 in, we finna end it.
Yeah, we here now.
Anyway. So I know that like people think that manipulation is bad, but when it comes to a scenario like that, I'm out in the club with a bunch of friends, and that one particular friend who drinks too much or can't hold their liquor and gets a little belligerent or reckless when they are too inebriated, I know that I'm not going to come to them forwardly and be like, you had enough, put it down. As a grown man, I don't want nobody telling me that, so I'm not going to tell them that. You know what I do instead? And this is just all around the board with everyone in my life in different situations and scenarios. But this particularly, I'll be like, I'm tired of this place. Let's go somewhere else. And in the meantime of us going somewhere else, I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. We stopping. We going somewhere to eat. We're walking to go get something to eat. Go get something to drink. They don't know. If I would have said you had too much, let me get you a drink, or you need to eat something, they would have said no. But because I said I'm hungry, I need to get some. You see what I'm saying?
I get why you do it. I don't.
It's because I'm looking out for everybody around me.
My only thing about
and I want them to put their best foot forward. I want us to have a good time. I don't want that night to end with no drama and no crazy stories.
Problem with being manipulated in those scenarios is my lack of control. I'm really good. I got a control issue. I know that. So when someone takes my control and I find it out, yeah, you could have been doing it for all the right reasons.
That's what makes this podcast so interesting.
Yeah, you're doing it
because we both have a control issue.
Yeah, you're doing it for all the right reasons, but you did it. You understand? Like,
yeah, and I would do it again.
Did it? It's like, damn, and I let it happen. Mm-hmm. I wasn't able to figure it out and stop it.
Pinge again,
and it puts me in a position where now I got to evaluate. Do I keep this person around?
But a lot of people ain't.
You know what I'm saying? But I know that.
They just be like,
So when it comes to other people, when it comes to someone who's like, they're not self-aware. They don't know when
formula works every time.
They don't know when they've had too much. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that this is really becoming a bother for the group around you. I get it.
Yeah,
I would do it
because other people in the group are ready to cut you off, but I'm your only saving grace because there's like this nigga get too drunk.
Other people are not. You're now the entertainment for other people.
Or
I get it.
Yeah,
I've never been that person. So when someone does it to me, like I've had someone try to tell me, hey man, you look like you getting too upset, bro. We need to leave. And I'm just like, you really think I can't control myself?
You really think I can control myself?
And it's just the audacity of someone thinking that I made it this far. With whatever issues you get to see on the outside, the ones that you don't have to experience and live, that I have to live through, and you think I made it this far because my lack of control, because you've seen my outbursts, you've never felt them. Like, you understand? Like, you've never had to actually feel them and stop them, so you don't understand my level of control, and you never will. But I'm only saying that just to argue with you, because I absolutely agree. There are times where I need to step in. I need to intervene. I need to manipulate a scenario because I overstand it. And that may be me putting too much power on me. I may not have the right. So fucking be it. And I'm willing to die with my intentions. I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry. I think I have every right to.
Yeah, I should be
able to every right to manipulate everyone around me, just like every situation around me,
just like that woman,
the environment, because I want my peace, I want my happiness.
Just like that bitch was able to give me that bullshit she gave me, and maybe coming from a good place, she was able to do that. I'm able to go fuck you. Just is what it is. I'm able to go fuck you. Mm-hmm. You were allowed to do that. I'm not going to chastise you for it. I'm just going to remove myself. Fuck you. Go do it to somebody else. You were able to do it once. You could do it again. I was able to say fuck you once. I can say fuck you to somebody else. But it's certain levels of when it comes to manipulation for personal gain. That's when it's like, man, are you here for people or like
that's when it becomes very negative?
Yeah, are you here to?
Wow, my voice cracked.
Are you here to benefit, or are you here? I mean, are you here for the benefit of people, or are you here to benefit? Because I don't got nothing against people benefiting.
Right.
But at what cost? Like at how many times do you have to step outside of yourself to do?
What are the people paying for? What are the people that you're manipulating paying?
That's what I'm saying. At what cost? Because are you stepping outside of yourself to benefit this? Because then did you really get it? If I had to become a fuck nigga to get some shit, did Tajik really get it?
And here's the difference, because if I'm manipulating people for selfish reasons, I'm just gonna use myself. I get a little upset when it doesn't work out the way I want it to work out. But if I'm manipulating people for their own self gain and their own, progress, and I want to see them be the best version of themselves they can be, because a lot of people are trapped in their own loop and they can't see a way out. But if you nudge them, they can possibly find a new course.
Man, you ever run across that person who's
but if they don't find that new course, it's like, okay, that's typically them. I get it. It's not going to stop me from nudging you until I get to the point where I see that you are a toxic person.
Have you ever run across that person who's got the story, like that sad life story?
Oh my God.
And like every new person that comes around, they
certain
figure out a
person
way.
I've been thinking about that literally is
every
that
person that like every new person, like you could be in a group of friends, right? And let's say the fifth friend is that person that got that story. We all know the story. We hear it all the time, right?
My ex died, and I'm so
we hear it all the time, right? But every time a new person comes into the group, somehow they figure out a way to get that story out. And now the other four who've heard it 100 times got to hear it 101 times.
Again and again and again. It's like, nigga, shut
those
the fuck
are the people
up.
I manipulate.
Bruh, like, I hate that shit.
Those are the humans where I go, hey, man, maybe your business is not welcomed in this room today.
I feel like,
but I can't say those words. So now I got to play court jester, and I got to start cracking jokes on everybody. Yeah. I got to start changing the vibe because I see your sadness seeping through.
Guess what you're doing? You're manipulating your situation in a positive. I just said that. That's all I do.
I just said I agree.
I do that constantly. I do it constantly. Sometimes I let shit ride because sometimes people need to just sit in their shit.
But there's that, and that's where I'm at too. Because at this point in my life, I really don't like the tactics that I have to take to certain
because once you've taken, that's what I mean by toxic people. Like once you've taken,
not even just toxic people.
Once you've tried your best to manipulate certain situations with certain people over and over again, and they keep finding a way to wiggle out of it and get back into their circle of depression or sadness or anger. Then you're like, okay, I can't do this with you no more. Even you're not saying it out loud. I'm just going to let you drown in your own shit.
Yeah.
I realize you're a toxic person, and all you want to do is tell this nasty, sad story.
I only do that because
angry bit that you got.
I'm only at this point now because I feel like it's not my job to teach. I'm not here to be. I didn't sign up to be a teacher.
I'm so sorry.
So I didn't come here to. I didn't come here to train humans how to be humans. I'm not going to teach adults how to be adults. But also, when you crash and burn, I know I'm gonna be there when you like need help getting up.
And the only reason you gave the effort is because you have humility and you care about.
I got compassion
and you care about the people around you.
I care too much about the people around me. That's why I'm the way I am. Yeah. I care way too much. That's why it's hard to get in the circle because I know I'm gonna love you to death and I'm gonna love you to life.
Right.
It's too much.
There was something in you that allowed that.
You broke past layer 2, layer 5, layer 10. Now you're in. Sir, this is where we at now. So when I let you crash and burn,
because if you would have let me see who you are from the get go,
I wouldn't have took you. It's when I get the good from a person and I accept the good. Once I appreciate the good and I'm moving on the good, I have to accept the bad. Like I have to accept this nigga coming with some bullshit. My dog that came here the other day, I love him. God damn, I love him.
Who the fuck is
I grew up with him. I love him. That's my nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I came home from work. He was sitting on my porch. I said, "Who are you?"
Listen,
you don't know me, cuz.
That's my nigga. But at the end of the day,
I know you. I'm like, I don't know you. Who are you? What's your name?
I love the good about him, but the bad that comes with it. Who am I to shun it away when I accepted the good? As if anybody out here.
When he told me he was tied to you and our other brother, then I was like, okay. Well,
listen, as if anybody out here
in your life,
as if you gonna get anybody or anything in this world where it's all good. It don't exist.
No, nobody's all good.
Nigga, delicious ass ice cream come with fucking gas. Nigga, I can't do nothing about it.
Robbins.
It's delicious, but I have to pay for it.
Bell.
I gotta pay for it with money and pain and time.
And calories. And sugar.
I don't care about calories, clearly.
I do. I care about the sugar.
Yeah, me and calories been cool for a long time. We high five every morning.
Ice cream in so long, bro. What we gonna do this day?
Well,
some more calories.
I was gonna try to get some more of you. You gonna try to get some more of me. Yes, sir.
What you gonna do afterwards? Take a nap.
Mm-hmm. Let you sit down and swell up.
This has been a good conversation. How have you felt about it?
Yeah, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? You cut my shit off, but whatever. You're a dick. I'm fine.
How you feel about it, Cardo?
You got to speak into the mic.
Thank you for joining the Pretty Not Sure.
It was nice. Conversation was dope.
He the only one laughing. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. It's too many shots.
You got more to say? It was nice.
I said it was nice.
That's it?
2 adjectives.
Okay.
If you listen to this podcast and you feel like you walked away with more knowledge than when you came, you're welcome. Now, if you listen to this podcast and you're stumbling away because you're crippled with stupidity,
I'm pretty not.
I'm so sorry. But if you want to know which one matters to us the most,
I am pretty not sure.
all right, y'all have a good night.
Oh my God.
It's over. We out this bitch.
He done stopped it. You got the applause. He done
Don't matter.
stopped it.
It's just audio, so.
Hey.